There was an indictment today of former FBI Director James Comey accusing him of making threats against the president. What had happened is a few years ago, Mr. Comey was on a beach and he took a picture and posted on social media of seashells arranged in the shape of the numbers 8647. Now, you'd have to be kind of an old-timey person to know, but the word 86 used to mean something like get rid of or maybe even kill. So that's the issue. So they're saying this was him expressing that one should kill President Trump. So the first issue is Mr. Comey claims he didn't put the seashells in that shape. He just sort of saw them there on the beach and he was taking a picture. And so his argument, I think, is that he wasn't even really endorsing whatever message was being expressed because he was just sort of acting as a reporter. Now, Mr. Comey is not a professional journalist. However, I think it's very clear in our modern structure that anybody can be a reporter. If they're posting things on social media, they're basically entitled to the privileges that apply to the press. Because at this point, because of social media, we're all press at this point. But the claim is made that he either arranged those or he was endorsing that message. And so then you come to another issue. It's important to remember in First Amendment claims that advocacy is different from incitement. Advocacy, you can advocate terrible things, including that the president should be killed. But in order to be unprotected by the First Amendment, it has to be actual incitement. So one would have to make the argument that Mr. Comey was trying to get people to make assassination attempts on President Trump. The first issue with that is that again, 8647 might just mean get rid of, either by voting him out or impeaching him or something like that. The second issue is that he arguably is, if anything, only advocating that Mr. Trump be gotten rid of, not that he's trying. People aren't necessarily incited by that post to go out and kill President Trump. So another tool that the courts use is a reasonable person standard, which is, would a reasonable person interpret that, picture of the shells to be an incitement to people to go out and harm President Trump? I personally don't think so. I think a reasonable person would not interpret it that way. Again, arguably it's just 86 to just get rid of him, which is legal, or you're just sort of saying something which at most is advocacy and wouldn't be incitement. So in my opinion, the indictment doesn't pass First Amendment muster, but obviously I'm not the last word on this, and so we will see.